Here's the other thing that's been missing. Besides, I'm going to blow myself up for this. Besides quality,
this is not a solo stream, Max.
I think
this is a group effort here.
I know. For this topic, I want to say
clip
this.
outs. Here we go.
Yeah, it's for. You're right. It's for a clip out, right?
I know it is because you
you
can't share the spotlight with anyone. You have to be the center of attention at every.
Hollywood, you interrupted my clip out.
Now you know how it feels for me to be watching your show and your Go ahead.
All right. The other thing that's causing.
Hold on. Breaking news.
Are you effing kidding me?
Yes, I am. Go ahead.
Yeah. the other thing that's the quality sliding and a lack of freshness, because we've seen superhero movies how many times. The other thing that I think is missing from Marvel, and like not knowing who the Avengers are, this doesn't help the new.
Can I ask you a question?
No, because I'm trying to get to the. Okay, go ahead.
Oh my god.
How can you tell us? How can you tell us what's missing from these projects?
I was just going to tell you
if you haven't watched the last couple of these projects.
There's something I did watch. I've watched every Marvel project. I watched Captain America. The only one I haven't seen is Thunderbolts.
Wait, you're doing a stream on Thunderbolts, and you haven't seen Thunderbolts?
Good God, Joe!
For God's sakes, man!
I was at a concert this weekend. I want to see it this weekend.
I was at multiple things this weekend, including 2 movies, Thunderbolts and The Surfer.
You guys talk so much, I'm going to forget what I was going to say. Okay,
so you do.
The lack of freshness with the movies, the quality has slid. It's not dumpster fire, but and then not knowing the Avengers, the branding, which has become a consistent thing with. It seems like the general audiences really reward branding. I'm talking the Ryan Cooglers, the Christopher Nolans, and yes, the Zack Snyders and the James Gunn. Now, Zack Snyder was one of the ones that really interacted with the fans and became a brand himself besides his movies.
So it's okay to become a brand?
I think this is something that really
is it okay for a director to become a brand?
Let me finish before you. Okay. Yes, it is. And the audience rewards it, especially with the younger generations. I'm talking about the Minecraft era, the generations where they are with their phone. They are really in tune with branding and YouTubers and social media influencers. And I think it really benefits these directors to not only have the brand of their movies, but also be a brand themselves. Now, James Gunn, he is really leading into his brand also with Superman. We'll see if it pays off, because I think there's a bigger part of the people are more excited to see James Gunn movie than even Superman. And that could be a win too. Ryan Coogler, the new Sinners was a great movie, but I really think the reason it's being so successful is the Ryan Coogler brand. The Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler, they're coming out with some new fire. And I think this is something besides freshness, technology, and IMAX. I think branding, and that's something that's been missing from Marvel. What directors have recently directed these new MCU movies? You don't really
Marvel
know them
itself is a brand.
Yes,
Marvel's a brand,
right?
Like,
but a brand within a brand.
Their entire cinematic universe is a brand,
right? But look, they got back the Russo brothers. Now the Russo brothers are directing the next Avengers.
Have you seen Sinners, Max?
Yes. Yes, it's great.
Do you know what retreaded tires are? Okay, so like back in the day, you'd get these old bias ply tires, like old truck tires, and they wear out. So you take them to a tire shop. Instead of getting new tires, they just put retreads on them. Okay, that's all it is. You're just retreading more stuff. But like I said earlier, what are you going to do that people have never seen before? You know what I mean? Right. They still do retreads. It's just different. Not on passenger cars.
But I'm saying that could be said for every genre. Westerns, gangster movies.
But that's what the point I'm trying to make is that this genre is on its waning phase. It's over. Like the peak has come and it's on its way down. Okay.
I think there's definitely some fatigue, but I think if they space these movies out a little more, people would be excited to see them.
I think Marvel's problem has always been there are not enough voices.
30 movies.
Let their voices be heard in these movies. There's a certain
30 Rocky movies I'd quit watching too, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's a good point. I would.
Okay.
I would.
If they made 30,
I wouldn't watch
Star Trek movies. I could watch it.
Come on.
But
you know what I'm saying, though?
But it's the same
We're
Rocky
talking
in every
30
movie.
Marvel movies.
But it's the same Rocky in every movie. Marvel's different. There's decades upon decades of source material.
But what Max was saying was true. A superhero movie is a superhero movie. You can't escape it. You could try putting different colors of paint on it, but at the end of the day, it's still a superhero movie.
I like my pig with lipstick on it. All right.
There hasn't been really a ROCKSTAR Marvel director.
It's still a pig with lipstick.
Since Russo and James Gunn left. Since Russo and James Gunn left.
It's a polished turd.
What are the amazing directors coming out? Now they got the one from WandaVision.
Who cares?
Yeah, Matt Shakeman. That's another good one. Yeah.
They're retreading them.
I
disagree. Comic books, whether it's film or not, comic books have been around for over 100 years. I disagree.
True.
About 100, right? Almost 100 years. I disagree, man. I think that there will always be a market for this. You just have to space it out. You have to space it out. Look what's happening with Star Wars. It's so fucking saturated with so much shit that it's getting made.
Isn't that what fans wanted more Star Wars? Give me more Star Wars.
Let's be honest here.